Again, you are watching Talking About. I'm John Griffith.
I'm Cara Kilduff.
And we have a very special performer here with us today. And we're
So
gonna be,
excited.
Yeah, we're going to be turning around to take a look at him right now. I really want to welcome Derek Bishop to the show. And Derek is going to entertain us with a song, and then we're going to have a little chat in a minute. So, Derek, whenever you're ready, welcome.
All right, great. I've had it up to here, but you'll never know. I smile and let it go. On my face it disappears, but the remnants still remain, clogging up my veins, building it here. Can you read between my lines, the ones now ingrained in the corners of my eyes? You know I always play aloof. If you're tired of playing sleuth, tear beneath the tissues, the tears, the tendons for the truth. Pack up your baggage from my brain. The only place where we remain. I thought that time would lobotomize what I held dear, and I realize it's all the same. The pieces left are yours to claim. Pack up your baggage from my brain. And it's always playing back, strumming parts like some still working. You discarded all day track. The casing barely holds it in. The tape is wearing thin. Time has made it tragic to end. It's not that I want it erased. Must my memory share this space? Some silence can bring peace of mind. I know it haunts you to a melody that's never through. It's always playing our lives in a loop. Pack up your baggage from my brain. The only place where we remain. I thought that time would lobotomize what I held dear, and I realize it's all the same. The pieces left are yours to claim. Pack up your baggage from my brain. Pack up your baggage from my brain. The only place where we remain. I thought that time would lobotomize what I held dear, and I realize it's all the same. The pieces left are yours to claim. Pick up your baggage from my brain.
Get over here!
Come here. We're whispering to each other about how much we're enjoying it.
Wait, is that a record?
It is a record.
That's a record?
It is a record, and I signed it for, I got a CD too.
Oh my God, it's a record.
It's a record, yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh, I love you
gonna
already.
give you a
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Yes.
This is so refreshing. I'm geeking out right now.
I've got it in boxes of them at the house, so, you know.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do, but I'm having a record release party because it was so cool to actually get vinyl, so I wanted to have a
Wait,
separate.
can I hold it?
Yeah.
yes.
It was so much
Fondle
fun.
it.
Oh, God. This is great. This is your second album, right?
Yes, but that's only my first vinyl because, yeah.
This is beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm such a nerd right now.
No, that's how I felt too. It was like, you know.
Oh, wow.
It felt more like tangible and real than getting a CD or an MP3 or even finishing the actual record. Having that in your hand felt like
This is what we used to buy.
But it was
God.
it was so much fun. And
I-
yeah,
There's
just
touch
open
and
it, there's
feel and
stuff
texture.
inside.
Oh,
Ooh, and liner notes. I miss liner notes.
oh my God. And lyrics. Derek, this is really beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow. Oh, so beautiful. You know, the only thing I was thrown off by tonight walking
Yes.
in was the pictures I had seen of you. He had like his little scruff and you're clean
Sometimes.
shaven.
I
and was
shaved
just like,
today.
oh, you did?
I did.
So adorable. I love the title of the album because
you.
I you know, like when you read things, it's like, okay, bicycling in quicksand, and then I really thought about it and I was like, oh, that's good. That's really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great. Like all of Derek's press was saying
Yeah.
that he's like, what is it? The 70s, like 80s Pet Shop Boys synthesizer, you know? And I was like, okay. And then I was listening to the songs and I was just like, oh yeah, this is good. This is great. And yeah, total Pet Shop Boys, and like I loved, oh, I'm such a nerd. Like I need
Yeah,
to
well,
talk.
we geek out all the time.
No,
I do.
that's
Like,
great.
I get so like, wow! I'm just so impressed, you know. But I was writing down the songs that I really liked, and then I thought, well, I shouldn't tell him which ones I really like because I have to really listen to the whole album multiple times because it's an album.
It's an album.
You don't see these anymore.
Yeah, that's what we did. Only did 10 songs. We could have 5 on the front, 5 on the back, because you have a 44-minute limit for vinyl, so you can only get 22 minutes on one side and 22 on the other. Which is why back in the day, albums were usually smaller, and then when CDs kind of became big, people were having 13, 14 songs
Right.
and bonus tracks because you had a much bigger, time frame you could fill. But this is a 44-minute thing.
So now
So-
So I can't see your eyes. Can you just tilt your head back a little bit?
I want to ask you a question because, you know, back when we were youngsters
Yes.
and we bought albums, they generally had a story, you know, like you would listen to the whole thing and multiple times. So what's the story for this album?
This, the overarching story, the Bicycling in Quicksand, is it's about kind of trying to pull yourself out of the muck that is life. That you're going, that it's going to be messy to dig yourself out of this. But if you don't, you're going to sink into it. And it could be attributed to many things. It could be like, some people, the fear of change or the fear of growing older or whatever, or just, dealing with all those to-do lists. I mean, it can be as banal as that, But it's for me, it was about where I was in my life and wanting to kind of clear things up, but knowing and doing so that it was you're gonna have to make a bigger mess to do it, and that's what the Bicycling in Quicksand. Because think about it, like you'd be pedaling and mud would be flying everywhere, and you have to keep doing it or you'll sink. So you kind of have to keep at it, or else there's no sense. So, and it's kind of in a way a theme about wanting to catch your dreams. Like if you don't, you're just going to sink. What's the purpose? Or you pedal as hard as you can and make a big mess and all that stuff. And the mess is worth it because the mess gives you inspiration, it gives you character, it gives you the wrinkles and the crevices and all that stuff that makes it more interesting than just some, shiny new thing or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
so that's kind of what it's about,
That's really cool. Okay, I am going to tell you what songs I really
Okay,
like.
good.
On my iPad.
That's quite-
I think, is it the first one on the album? No.
No.
Okay, it was different on,
Okay.
on it. Automatic.
Oh, I love Automatic, yes. Those.
Number 10.
Okay.
Turn Around. And Red Flags.
Oh, good. I'm glad Red Flags get some love. The band, whenever we play that, it's such a long, kind of massive song that we end up always cutting that one. So I'm glad to hear it get some love.
Oh no! Like I really do need to listen to the album a couple more times, and I did. I enjoyed the video for Baggage.
Yes, which I
That-
was trying to reenact the cover in a way. And
That
it
was
like,
fun.
Yeah.
Like, that was fun, and just because I'm visual anyway, I get so nerdy with this stuff. Like really, I love it. But
No, I get the same way. It's something that you love. You kind of, I want to delve into it, and I want to,
Well, I saw that thing that it was on your website about your visual as well. Yeah. So the video was important to you.
Yeah.
And I get that because I used to be a film major.
Yeah.
So, I was just like, it's very aesthetically pleasing the way it's put together, like everything. And is that true that you were your own art director and stylist?
I
and-
was. Well, it was born out of budgetary concerns, in a way, because we were making this album. And it took it was getting to the almost 2-year point where you're almost like, well, it sounds good, could we just release it, you know? Or, you know, that it's almost the theme about the album, you know? Or do we drudge through the mud and make it better, you know? And in doing so, I knew that it would be more costly, but we had achieved something at that point that I felt was good and could only get better, and I didn't want to just release something kind of, it wouldn't even have been half-assed, it would have been solid.
Right.
But I wanted to really make it, you know, and something that I was truly pleased with, and I'm like super like tickled and happy about it. But in doing so, I knew that I was going to run out of money because I had friends that are photographers, and I was like, oh, so excited that they were going to take the pictures. And then I was like, I can't do that, you know. So over the holidays, I was at my mom's, and I got one of the big, you know, the white things you pull down. You know, I bought that from Amazon, shipped it over, and just hooked up a camera with a remote control, and I just took about 4,000 pictures because you don't know what they're going to look like when you're doing self-portrait.
Sure.
So you're just like, you know, and you know, about 3,000 of them are crap, you know. But I knew what I wanted the album to look like. So there were about 500 pictures of me holding an umbrella, balancing on nothing, because, you know, I photoshopped the wheel in later. But the tape was all there. In fact, my mom's house was filled with magnetic tape for weeks afterwards.
She loves you very much.
I had to vacuum for days. It was but yeah, no, I was very happy. And, you know, I bought some clothes, you know, and shipped them in. And if I didn't sweat too much in them, I returned them afterwards, you know. But a lot of it, you know, you're like, oh, this looks good. I got to keep this, you know. So you don't intend to. But yeah, so I spent the money, I think, on the clothes as opposed to the photographer. But it was so much fun, you know.
Honey, it's the business expense.
It is. I don't think I can write off lasers, but it would be nice.
Yes, you can.
Okay, well, I'll try.
Is it
You have the photos
I have
to
the
back it up.
proof, and I did keep that one. I was going to wear it tonight, but I knew I'd be against a black couch and I want to blend
all
in.
the shit you use in the video, write it off.
So yeah, no, it was really fun to do, and I was really, it was something that I wouldn't have been able to do like here in the city because of all the to-do list and the recording and the day job and all that stuff would just kind of haunt you.
Sure.
So it's almost like you have to kind of you know, take yourself off into like vacation land. And that I was home for the holidays, so just like my sister wasn't coming in for 2 days, so I'm like, I'm just gonna, you know, get the stuff from Amazon, you know, get really cheap light. I didn't know what I was doing. I just put up lights, and if I had bags in my eyes, I knew that wasn't good lighting. So I just kept moving it until the bags went away. And
See, this forced you to be more creative.
It did.
Even more creative than you already are. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a great learning experience, and I was ready to kind of film the video myself too, because I had done that, but that is so time-consuming to edit, you know, and stare at yourself that I was happy to pay someone to do that. You know, so.
Yeah, I mean, I fully understand. I mean, just doing cleanup on the show is things get delayed just because I can't stand to look at myself and listen to myself, but so many times. and then 6 weeks from now, when are you gonna post the show? As soon as I can stand looking at myself.
Nope, exactly. And I'd stared at myself long enough looking at all those photos, so I didn't need to.
Were you like cross-eyed by the end? They were like,
I was just, yeah, you're just like, no. So yeah, I was at this point, I'm happy to send anybody. Like, please, I'll pay you to do it now. You know, but back then it was definitely a budgetary issue, and I'm very pleased with what I had.
I'll give you mad props for that.
Thank you very much.
That's mad impressive. I'm just like, oh, it's an album. You can touch it. And the sound when the needle hits it.
Yeah, no, that's a lot of fun. I showed my 6-year-old nephew that, because I showed him what a record player was, and you know, he did that.
What was his reaction?
Well, he liked the idea that you could slide the needle across and it would scratch it, you know. So I pulled out an old album so we could scratch, you know. But he had a lot of. He liked the picking and the dropping, and he especially loved making it go from 33 to 45, where I slow it down. He kept doing that.
I did that growing up.
Yes, and so he got to experience all the things that we did for decades. He did it in one afternoon. So at least now he's educated in the ways of vinyl.
So are there any hidden messages if we play the album backwards?
I haven't tried playing it backwards, so
Number 9.
I know. We might find out. I don't know. Maybe I'll try that tonight when I get home. Have some wine and play it backwards. And I don't know if I want to do that because I'll be by myself, and that could be very scary if I start hearing stuff. I'm like, no. So yeah, I mean, I'll have an album listening reverse party, you know.
When is your album release?
The album release, the vinyl release show is June 13th, 7 p.m. at Pianos on Ludlow Street.
That is a great venue, guys. If you have never been there for a show, go. It's so much fun.
It is fun, and it's great. I love a venue where the bar is kind of separate, so you can, like, you know, completely just have a ball, and then everybody just ushers in, watches the show, and you usher out, you know. Because, you know, if the bar is in the same, it gets noisy, people disappear for drinks and all that stuff. You don't want to play a slow song because we'll leave. So you got to make that set perfect.
You're gonna have the full band.
Okay, when we did the CD release, I did a 10-person band because I wanted to emulate that kind of big sound on the album. It was 10 too many. It was a lot of people. You would barely fit on the stage. So this is like a 5-person band. But I found out I'm having a concert oboist jump on for 2 songs. So it's going to, you know, but it's still going to be disco. It's going to be disco with a oboist and.
That's badass.
Yeah, I know, it's going to be very cool.
That's really cool.
Well, there's a saxophone solo in there because you have to have a saxophone solo if you're doing an album that references the late 70s and early 80s because everybody had a sax solo. So I have the sax solo, but I don't have a saxophonist because that guy was like in Minnesota. So the oboist was like, I'll play the sax or I'll play the sax part. So, so she's going to come do that. She plays on Broadway.
It's at 7 p.m.?
7 p.m., June 13th, Saturday night. Yeah. It's going to be a fun show. We're working very hard to make it a very tight and lively show and different from the original like CD release. And we're even doing an 80s cover that I can't talk about, you know, but it's fun. It sounds great. Okay. So it's going to be, it'll be really a lot of fun. And
Whisper it to us off camera later.
Oh yeah, you just get to come see it. It's like, yeah.
Well, you know, unfortunately, the thing that you guys watching at home, you've heard Derek play one song, but like the sounds on the album for the songs, like that's what really, you know, I would hear the first couple bars and I was like, oh, okay. Let's see what's coming next, you know?
Yeah.
But you're getting here something a little more stripped down and raw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, like that's why, you know, I love playing the songs kind of in this fashion because if you listen to the album, that's kind of how they all start out, is on the piano. But this was a fun thing to do because I had these kind of piano ballads and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna do a disco album. You know, I talked to my producer and he's like, well, we're gonna record it live. So we gave the drummer the tracks and he wanted to make everything kind of dirgy at first because he was listening to that. I was like, no, it's upbeat, it's upbeat. So we rehearsed and we went in and recorded everything live to tape, old reel-to-reels, you know, we did that kind of thing. And it sounded phenomenal. And then I took those home and then I layered all the different synths on it. And I got the real synths that people used in the 70s and 80s to do it because it would have just seemed unauthentic to do it all digitally, you know. So. But that was one of the parts I liked the best on the songs was the synthesizer parts. Yeah. I mean, I was a child of that time. Yes, and I kept all those keyboards I had growing up, and I got to use them. Oh, and then I also borrowed other ones because I didn't have that many. You know, I had like 2. But you know, I brought the rest of them in. My producer gave me some. I paid somebody like $50 to get one of theirs for, you know, 6 weeks, you know, because I mean, it's probably just hanging up in their, you know, closet. So, no, and my apartment looked like a keyboard museum. My boyfriend kind of hated that. He'd come home, he's like, ugh, you know, because I couldn't, you didn't want to just like hide them at the end of the day because you have to pull them out in the morning. Right. You know, so I just left them out in a somewhat fashion so you could make your way from the kitchen to the living room and all that stuff. Listen, it's his own fault. He's involved with an artist. That's right, and he knew from the start. But but he was so happy when the keyboards were gone, you know. And I got to say, suddenly it felt like the house just opened up. You know, it's like it's clean again. You know, so you'll just appreciate your space more now. Yes, I do. But that was such a fun, like, every day I'd wake up and I'd be like, oh, today I'll try this one, you know. And then I did the same thing with backing vocals because I wanted those kind of ABBA-esque, you know, multi-layered, you know. So I'm sure my neighbors thought I was insane because I would go like, you know, just all by myself, and it was fun. It really was. It was so much fun making it. So it's fun to listen to. Yeah. Thank you. That means so much to hear. Really fun to listen to.
Well, where can people learn more about you and your work?
You can learn more about me and the album at derekbishop.net. Easy, spelled like this, derekbishop.net. And yeah, and there's a whole plethora of, you can hear the whole album there. You can watch the videos, you can see versions like this, you know, kind of acoustic versions. You can, there are a ton of pictures because I took 4,000, you know, they're just a lot. So I've changed them up a lot, you know, and every now and then. But no, it's, there's a lot. I update it frequently, and, you know, it lets you know when I got the dates, the concerts, and all that stuff going on. So I hope you sell a shitload of these albums because. Well, thank you.
Yes.
I think it's a great type of record to listen to, you know, a summer type of record. You know, it's great for like mowing the lawn or swimming or jogging or whatever. None of which you actually do in Manhattan usually. But you know, it's like, but if you, it's an album you can enjoy all around the world. It doesn't have to be just in the city. So it's, you know.
But you are going to sing us out.
I'm going to sing you out, and another song that is a big disco song on the album is going to be a ballad dirge. you know. So
Which one?
Shutting Down.
Oh yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah. That's a
Okay.
song about diabetes, but you never know it. It is.
Shut up.
It is.
But I do want to thank you for taking the time
Well,
to come
thank
and visit
you
us
all
and
for
to
having me.
to play for us.
You have to come back.
I would love to come back.
right,
This is
good.
great. The 7 Train itself was just fun, you know.
Bless your heart.
It was. I
So,
didn't
okay.
get a seat, but you know, so.
So we definitely have one more song for you. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll squeeze in 2, depending on how
How fast I play the first
well,
and second one.
no rush. We'll enjoy, and if you
Okay.
don't catch it on this one, it'll definitely be in the rerun.
Okay.
So, thank you again.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
Why don't you
Eric.
go get set up,
All right,
and I want to thank you for watching. You can learn more about Derek at his website and through ours, which is www.talkingabout.info. You've got a lot of dates coming up. You can if you follow her on the Facebook,
On the Twitter, the
Yeah.
Facebook. For now, I've resisted the Instagram, and all that other stuff.
You
I'm
are
a
very
Luddite.
smart. You take pictures of your lunch. So, talking about that info, Derek is going to sing us out. I'm John Griffith.
I'm Cara Kilduff.
Thank you, Derek.
I've been mourning the possible upcoming situation I can't control. 'Cause every warning's a little bit more numbing, knowing you're not invincible. For so long, I was afraid to be strong. Maybe, baby, it's time. Stop pretending that's fine. So you're ignoring my possible outpouring, 'cause it's just one more thing to digest. 'Cause you get stuck worrying about how I'm enduring. You're frustrated and I'm depressed, 'cause you don't listen to what I want. Maybe, baby, it's time. Stop pretending that's fine. I can feel you shutting down, my love, my love, my love. I can feel you shutting down, my love. I've seen the facts and I've acknowledged their existence. It's a battle that no one wins. Every now and then I get a little distance, but for your love it never ends. You're so strong, won't admit when you're wrong. But maybe, baby, that's fine. But it's time to stop pretending that's fine. I can feel you shutting down, my love, my love, my love. I can feel you shutting down, my love. It's time I started speaking my mind. It's time I started speaking my mind. We know the rules, we know the situations. We know we're fools, pretending we can beat them. We know the rules, we know the situations. We have the tools, it's our time to defeat them. But I won't stop, baby, fighting and fixing this failing. No, I won't stop, baby, fighting and fixing this failing. We know the rules, we know the situations. We know we're fools, pretending we can beat them. We know the rules, we know the limitations. We have the tools, it's our time to defeat them. I've been mourning the possible upcoming situation I can control.
Oh, one more, all right.
I've still got the imprints left from your last bite. I'm trying to carry on and let it heal despite the fact that I can't get away, and you're eyeing me at night. You're not worth the energy, but still I've got to fight. I'm pulling all directions, yet I don't get a say. When I speak my mind, it doesn't matter anyway. I say that it's a blessing to be needed every day. You're needlessly distressing, so just get on your way. Now go ahead and pull, stretch, chew me out. Tell you I'm only taffy and you're in a sugar drought. 'Cause even if you're satisfied, there really is no need. It's the yearning deep inside of you, 'cause all you do is feed on me. I know that I present myself all dressed up for delight. I'm reliant on attention and always driven to excite. But there's not an invitation for you to nod at me at night. So don't mistake my bending as a sign I think you're right. Go ahead and pull, stretch, chew me out. To you I'm only taffy and you're in a sugar drought. 'Cause even if you're satisfied, there really is no need. There's a yearning deep inside of you, 'cause all you do is feed on me. And it does it taste all this time you waste? All you do is feed on me. You've left so little substance of me to flood your eyes. You wonder why I'm bitter. It should come as no surprise. With only strands of me connecting and no sign of compromise, I see it's never ending, and I guess it's my demise. Go ahead and pull, stretch, chew me out. To you I'm only taffy, you're in a sugar drought. 'Cause even if you're satisfied, there really is no need. It's yearning deep inside of you. There's a burning need that's driving you. There's a burning deep inside of you, 'cause all you do is feed on me. No, no, no. And how much more can I take before I break? Thank you.
Thank you.